Everybody loves a good transfer window, don't we? Anyway, guys, hope you all have an amazing day, and today we're going to be talking about Aston Villa supposedly swooping for 2 championship superstars, 2 of the best players in the division this season. Of course, that is Michael Olise of Reading and David Brooks of Bournemouth. As usual, if you haven't been on this channel before, in this type of video we discuss what these players will bring to the Aston Villa team, their in-depth statistics, what they could bring, how much they could cost, all this stuff they could work on, etc. Most of you know the drill, but if you didn't, that's kind of the general consensus of what I do for these videos. But yeah, let's just hop into it. We're going to talk about David Brooks. Also, before we get into it, make sure you just hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content and enjoyed today's video. Let's get to it. David Brooks, the 23-year-old Welshman, has played in the championship 16 times this season, scoring 3 goals and providing 5 assists for Jason Tindall's promotion-chasing Bournemouth. He struggled with knocks and injuries like we've seen in his time in the Premier League, and now we're seeing in his time in the Championship. It's a very big issue with David Brooks that he struggles with injuries, struggles to keep himself fit, which is a big risk considering Bournemouth value this guy at £50 million. Yes, £50 million. Now, I don't think anyone's going to pay that sort of money. I think if he's going to go, he's going to go for 30, 35 million. But I don't see us chucking that sort of money around in January, especially when he's probably going to come in and be a squad player. He's 23 years old, clearly very talented, of course. But we've got players like Bertrand Traore, Anwar El Ghazi, Russ Barkley, Ollie Watkins that play in this position because he can play as a centre forward if he needs to, of course. Jack Grealish, all these players that play in this position and are arguably as good as this guy. If we're going to pay 30 million, I want it to be someone who's going to slot straight into our starting lineup, and I just don't see this one happening. And I'm not saying David Brooks isn't a bad player. He's a phenomenal player. But if we're going to throw that sort of money around, I want it to be someone who's going to change our season, put us straight into the European hunt. Then we already are in the European hunt, arguably. But like I said, David Brooks, he likes to take long shots. He's good off the set piece. He's good at the cross. He likes to provide key passes. He's a player like Jack Grealish for Bournemouth. Just orchestrates kind of everything from their attacking point of view, of course. But if we're going to sign a player like David Brooks, I want it to be someone, like I said, who's going to go straight into this team and change everything. £30 million, basically breaking our transfer record in January. Just don't think it's worth it. I don't think Dean Smith should go for it. I think we should go for Michael Olise, and I'm going to explain why he's the better option, in my opinion, of course, right now. But I'm very excited about the possibility of Michael Olise signing for Aston Villa. He's a player that ticks all the boxes for me. He'd probably be content with sitting on the bench for a little bit, maybe having to fight for his place in the starting 11. And he's a player that could bring flair off the bench. That's what I've been saying for weeks now. We need someone who can change the dynamic of a game off the bench. Right now we've got Jacob Ramsey and Keenan Davis, and they're not game changers right now. I think Jacob Ramsey has the potential to be one, and on his day he is one. But we can't rely on him consistently yet. They're both the same age, Jacob Ramsey and Michael Olise, 19 years of age. But that season, Jacob Ramsey was playing for Doncaster Rovers. And Michael Olise, do I think he'd be a regular starter this term? No. In the summer, his stock's going to rise even higher. But his contract's starting to run out at Reading. It expires in the summer of 2022. So he's got 2 years left on his deal. Probably set us back 17, 18 million pounds for me. And that's worth it. Dean Smith has always said he's keen to add someone to his youth ranks that could change games. And Michael Olise ticks those boxes. He's very good off the set piece. We've seen some of our players take set pieces. It's not great. Matty Cash and Jack Grealish and Bertrand Traore are all good sometimes where we don't have a consistent free kick taker. Very good at crossing the ball off indirect set pieces, and he loves to shoot from distance as well. He averages almost 1 shot out of the box per game, and he likes to play as an attacking midfielder mainly. But he can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play as a centre forward, and he can play as an 8. He's a very versatile player. That's what Dean Smith has been looking for in the squad mainly this January, players who can cover positions, trying to look for backup from mainly the Championship, to be fair. But he's a player that draws a lot of fouls. He's got a great range of passing, likes to play long balls, likes to play through balls, averages 1.7 key passes per game, and of course has 12 goal contributions this season, 4 goals, 8 assists for Reading's team. That's 1 goal contribution every 123 minutes. That's quite impressive for a 19-year-old. But before we head out, I do think that it could cost us from 17 to 18 million, like I said earlier, to up to 25 million because we face stone competition for his signing. The likes of Leeds, Arsenal, Wolves, Chelsea, AC Milan, all these huge clubs are also vying for his signature. But he'd get a look in at Villa. Dean Smith would trust him. Dean Smith loves to trust in his youth players, especially players that are capable of dribbling, capable of adding flair. He likes to play fluid attacking football, and that's what Olise would do. He'd bring some flair to the side, and he's not afraid to take players on, and I love that about Olise. I love that about Dino. He's looking for those players. Happy to say it, but now let's head off. And that is why I think we should go for him instead of David Brooks this January. Of course, that's just my opinion. You can let me know yours in the comments down below. But I think Michael Olise would be the perfect signing for us right now. He's exactly what we need for me, and I just really hope Dino goes in for him. Just spend the money. I don't care if he's our only signing. I'd rather have him than 3 mediocre signings that just go on the bench and never see the field. 3 Borja Bastons. Not again, Dean. Not again. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Quick little one on what I think on these 2 championship superstars being potentially linked with the move to Aston Villa. What I think they'd add to their side, their stats, of course. Hope you all enjoyed it. Starting to get back on the YouTube grind after a week break. Expect to see more content throughout the January transfer window as Aston Villa get linked with more deals, more business goes down. Of course, all that good stuff. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed. I'll see you later. Don't go changing.